This is the Fujifilm X100VI. Is it still worth the hype 3 months after using it? Well, for me it's not, and I'm changing it for something else. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm Photorabs. I make videos about photography, filmmaking, camera tech related reviews, unboxings, action cams, vlogging kits and so on. If you are interested in these topics, I highly appreciate if you go subscribe to my channel. That's a massive help. In today's video I'm going to tell you why I decided to sell this Fujifilm X100VI. I was very excited about it when it was released. I placed my pre-order immediately, and once I got it in my hands, it was just an amazing camera. It felt amazing. I had lots of fun with it, but I decided to sell it and change it with something else. This camera was always in my backpack since the day I received it. I played with it a lot, I made lots of content with it and about it. I used it a lot in street photography. It was in my backpack almost all of the time. I went out in the streets, I discovered my neighborhoods once again, and I took lots of great photos with this camera. But it's been like 2 weeks, I'm not using it at all. And it's even not in my backpack anymore, and here's why. About 2 weeks ago I noticed that this camera was in my backpack, but I was not using it in the way I wanted to use this camera for, because as a portrait photographer, as a content creator, I was using some other cameras because I was able to exchange lenses and change focal length, and I was able to have video modes, better video modes, flip out screen and so on. So this camera was adding just weight to my backpack without using it, and that was a bit frustrating for me. And later on I came back to my computer, to my studio here, to check the files, the images I took with this camera, and I noticed that I took lots of images, lots of amazing photos with it, lots of street photography with this camera, and they are nice, but I was not posting them because they do not match with my feed on Instagram. The decision was so hard because I really loved this camera. I was very excited about it, but finally I decided to sell it, and the guy is coming in an hour now to take it. And I ordered myself a second Fujifilm X-S20 because I think that this camera is the best fit for my workflow. I have one that I'm using now as a main camera for my YouTube videos, and I don't want to take it off and put it on my tripod every time, every day. That's why I ordered a second Fujifilm X-S20 that can be more run and gun for photography, for street photography, as well as for content creation on the go. Of course, this camera is lighter than the Fuji X-S20. Of course, this camera looks way better than the Fuji X-S20. Of course, this one is weather sealed while the Fuji X-S20 is not weather sealed. But anyway, I don't shoot under the rain, so it's not a big issue for me. But I decided to change because I wanted a camera that I can rely on photography and videography on the go, especially for the content creation thing. And I have lots of lenses from Fujifilm and other lenses, other manufacturers for the Fuji X mount systems that I would love to use more than now. So that's why I ordered the second Fujifilm X-S20. Add to that, the batteries of the Fuji X100VI are different than the batteries of the Fuji X-S20 and X-H2S that I have here. So while going out and having multiple batteries from different types in the backpack, that adds weight, and that's not something very convenient for my workflow once again. On another side, the APS-C sensor of this Fuji X100VI has a high megapixel counts compared to the Fuji X-S20, which is not convenient for me because I don't like to have huge files. I don't like to store lots of files on my computers and on my hard drives. That's why the X-S20 for photography is more than enough. Add to that, having low megapixel counts on the X-S20 makes it better for low light performances, whether in photography and videography. And by the way, I'm preparing a whole video about this topic of megapixel counts on the sensor. Stay tuned on my channel. I'll be talking about it very soon. So that's it for today. I just wanted to update you about this decision because you're not going to watch any X100VI videos on my channel after this one. Thank you for watching, and ciao for now.